Hello everybody, my name is RagingRaptor and I welcome you to a new and first episode of Road to Third Gunmark, or whatever title I'm going to choose in the end, because maybe this sounds a little bit stupid now when I say it out loud. Yeah, I'm actually sometimes a little bit stupid. Anyway, today we'll have quite a long video where I want to show you and start to show you my road and my tries and attempts to get the third Gunmark on the EBR 105. At the start of this video, I was at around 87.7%, which is so far pretty decent, but it could be so much better. For the next episode, I'm going to definitely write down what the exact percentages were, and obviously I'm not going to feature like 14 games, which I'm going to do right here. Hence why we'll have a lot of 2% or 2 times speed replays. I still want to go through all replays because I do think it's important for you guys to see different positions. Plus, honestly, this video is not really to show you exactly how I played, but rather for me to reflect what did I wrong, what didn't I do wrong, what could I have done better, and lastly, obviously, what are good positions for your EBR, what are good counter position against an EBR, and in general, light tank gameplay. So yeah, I think it is time for us to have a look. The first game being a tier 10 only game, you can see we are right here whittling around, zooming around in our little EBR 105. And tier 10 only game, we are platooning with Very Critical, which is an awesome guy from Odom Mortis as well, giving us some spicy, well, support. Sadly, you could see I was loading HE because I was thinking the Rheinmetall Panzerwagen would certainly come towards here and spot us. One really important thing for you guys to note is that I'm at the moment trying to not get spotted at around 320 meters. This is like my safety margin from what I've seen in videos and through calculations. We got really lucky there. You could see we got hit by the AMX M4, but lucky enough, he only bounced us. Well, we can't do much here. We could try to spot a Type 4 heavy, Type 5 heavy, which shouldn't be a big deal, but the problem is Mr. Jagaru back here, well, he won't shoot at us. Or at him. I'm not really sure about the 260, the bad shot. Well, I won't get spot damage from the bad shot. Hence, why I chose to go over to our base and try to spot our advancing enemies into the base. But then again, it was once again a really bad call for me to do this because I don't really get any spot damage. Because the Type 5 heavy, because it's a Herpader proof tank. Yeah, spots for himself. I still loaded HE because I was thinking I could penetrate the side of the Centurion Action X or the side of the 50B. Sadly enough, we pretty much screwed ourselves over with getting spotted, even getting a team damage hit by the 113. So yeah, we pretty much screwed up this game. I do get some spot damage, but yeah. It's nothing to scoff at. Seriously. It's nothing we can do. So yeah, we are at the moment at a pretty bad state. Right now, I saw an opening to go over here, maybe get some shots onto the side of an FV4005 as well as a Gorilla 15. But yeah, it won't really help a lot. We tried to do our shot. We still have HE loaded. Side shot into the FV. Awesome. We get 34, there we go, damage. I see a Rheinmetall, I was super greedy, but I didn't got the shot out. The 430U was quicker on the trigger, killing us and finishing the game for us. So yeah, game pretty bad for us. It was the first game of the day in my EBR and it was pretty bad, but you can see we luckily enough win the game and we get, there we have it, 2000 spot damage, 700 damage to help ourselves. Please keep in mind that for me to achieve the third Gunmark, I have to get at least 4.8k damage combined, meaning 4.8k damage through spotting and damaging or damage yourself. But it is important, spotting doesn't equal spotting. When I do, for example, 2000 spot damage via detracking people, and I do 1000 damage spotting via just spotting, and I did 2k damage myself. Will mean I won't get 5k combined damage. No guys, this is not how it's working. I will get 4k because Wargaming is deciding which of the two did more. Did you do more assistant damage via spotting yourself, or did you do more spotting damage via detracking enemies? So yeah, the one which has higher or is higher will get the cake. This game though was pretty bad. We didn't got a lot of it out of it. Actually, we've lost around 0.3% GUNMARK, meaning we dropped down to 87.4%. On to the next game though. Next game, well, it's another tier 10 only game, and we are on Airfield, which is a pretty bad map, to be honest. I told our artilleries to do a little bit of spotting or aim over here because I'm going to spot those people. I tried to do a snapshot onto the Rheinmetall, didn't really work out for us, so yeah. We did a little bit of weird and wonky driving, but now guys, oh, it will be awesome. Look at that. We sadly hit the T100 LT of our team, and look how balanced this will be. Congratulations, RagingRaptor, you were not spotted anymore, but you got the shot which was aimed for the T100 LT by the enemy GUE100. Well, that was fun. We've basically lost everything. We lost all of our HP. We have 1300 HP to boot, and now we even got ram damage from Batchet and ram damage by the T100 LT. We are right now basically down. And just so you know, my dear followers and viewers, when I do 0 damage, when I do a 0 game, meaning no spot damage, no damage by myself, I will lose 0.8 to 0.9% in GUNMARK. And a good game, which gives me like 6k combined damage, gives me 0.3% GUNMARK. Meaning, if I do a 0 damage game right here, because it happened to me as well, where artillery simply penetrated me and burned me because I'm playing with rations, because otherwise I won't get enough fuel range. I have 460 meters of fuel range with fuel range skilled crew, with both fuel range skills, Brothers in Arms, better fuel range perk, better coded optics, like the improved coded optics and improved ventilations. I get 460 meters of fuel range. That's it. Nothing else. So yeah, it's pretty important to notice that as soon as I fuck up, how some people would say, I'm screwed. I'm genuinely screwed, because 6k damage combined is already a frick ton. Like, it's not easy to get 6k combined damage, in my personal opinion. It is even hard to consistently have 4.8 or 4.7k, 4.8 around this corner, k combined damage. Hence why I don't have the third GUNMARK yet, even though I have 350 games in it. I'm not skilled for LTU, guys, so yeah. It's pretty darn rough in my personal opinion, because shit like this happens a lot. Or where you're flipping yourself, losing another 1k HP, or solely killing yourself. This tank lives about HP trading, and maybe trying to yeah, dodge some shells. Well, I'm one shot now. I decided to go into this little bush over here because we have the opportunity to spot what is over here and spot what is driving down here before those people right here are going to spot them. Plus we have a Jagdpanzer E100 in the background, which could yield nice 1k spot damage. Sadly enough, he already missed his mark on the enemy Jagdpanzer E100 right there, but we still got a little bit of spot damage. Now I want to show you something really interesting, and I do have to point out, well played by the enemy T57 Heavy right here, which I think is called Sonjerksson. Sounds Swedish, and that's about it. Don't forget, I'm still in this bush, and this is very well played by him. He notices that he got spotted, meaning right now he's thinking, well, what is spotting me? And there is legit only one thing which could spot him, and that's me sitting in this bush. So what is a good player going to do? Yeah. He emptied a whole clip into my bush. Even hit me, but For once, I got lucky. And I didn't die because he somehow ricocheted or just didn't hit perfectly. Meaning we survived. So really well played by this T-57 Heavy. And we should still not forget he's going to do it again. I'm going to speed up a little bit. EBR 105 over there. I reload right now some hash to get a clean one-shot onto him. And now you can see, I learned my mistake. I know he got spotted, so I immediately get back into cover to not get hit. That's all the thing I can do right now. You can see, as soon as I spot him, I go back into cover. And now, I'm pretty confident that he's not going to spot me, even though I'm sitting on the open field. Because, as already said, roughly the margin to get spotted by an enemy which has 520 meters of view range is around 320 meters, give or take a couple of meters. And I'm definitely 320 meters away from the T-57 Heavy, plus I highly doubt that the T-57 Heavy will achieve those juicy 520 meters of view range. There we go, we finally got our 1k spot damage of the Jackpine 300. Nevertheless, the game is basically over. I decide to sprint back to the base, spot the red line sniper over there, and yeah, he's full HP. I can forget about it. I have HEAT loaded, a little bit of gold spamming because I have to hit 100% of the shots I can take. I did 2 more damage shots and I'm going to slow down again because the game is basically over. Now the question, how fast are we? It is a little bit, there we go, we are in 1 times speed again. Yeah, I can't do much. T-57 Heavy finishes off the Jackpine 700. He still has 2 shots left. Yeah. At the moment I can only wait and hope for a good shot into his lower plate, but I can forget about it because the tank is so overpowered. No, I don't want to say that the T-57 Heavy is overpowered. It's the EBR which is overpowered, by the way, my dear followers and viewers. But why exactly is it so overpowered? Because of the 240 millimeters of HEAT penetration, gold penetration, by the way, my dear friends. 190 millimeters standard is trash. For that it has HE though, so yeah. Another 2,600 combined damage game, meaning we've lost another 0.3% roughly. We are now down to 87.1%. Great start to the day, especially with the artillery penetrating shit. Next game. Well, next map being Studzianki, the Kurva March map, and once again, tier 10 only. We are lucky enough that we've got 2 artillery pieces, and this position right here, which I want to show you and which I'll be using throughout the whole game, is absolutely fantastic. I got really lucky that the enemy 13105 didn't decide to go into this position as well, even though I should be able to spot him before he gets in here. And why is this position so great? Let me show you guys. You can see me down there in a little bush. There we go. We basically spot every single heavy tank and or medium tank which decides to drive towards the cover. And obviously they want to drive to the cover because 700 spot damage through a clicker piggy. Little sky piggy did me a huge favor right there. One thing you need to notice though is wheeled vehicles have pretty bad view range, as you probably know. Hence why we are not able to spot the E50M, even though he is on those bushes around 250 meters away. Please keep that in mind for later and for other games. I'm going to talk about this again. It's really important for you to know, if you want to outplay an EBR, and as dumb as it sounds and as sarcastic as it sounds, it isn't. Don't use your brain, sit in a freaking bush. Period. That's the sole thing you have to do to outplay a French wheel boy or wheelie boy. That's it. Camp in the bush. You've won. You will outspot them before they spot you. In 90% of the cases when it's tier 10 vehicles. When it's tier 8 or tier 9 vehicles, depending what they have, it's a little bit risky to say. You can see right now though, I'm getting a little bit excited, not really excited, I really do want to get some damage numbers in. Hence why I'm going to use the 50 meter trick. So just so you know, 50 meters meaning I'm drive so much back till those bushes are not invisible anymore, or like translucent anymore, so we can't watch through them or see through them as they are right now. When they have no opacity anymore. There we go, I guess. Because then it means when you shoot, those bushes won't lose their camo, which they provide to you. Which is awesome, and I think you should already know that. Hence why we can shoot the E50M on 440 meters, even though a Type 5 Heavy and a mouse, which should be able to spot us on 300 meters regularly on the open field when we shoot, doesn't spot us. Again, this is pretty important to know. This is one of the most important and most basic tricks in World of Tanks for you to learn. But yeah, E50M gets nicely sniped by the Type 5 Heavy right there, so I do some more shots, get a nice little heat shot into the side of a Type 5 Heavy. I do have to aim though for the the upper side armor, not for the turret, because, well, Type 5 Heavies are Type 5 Heavies, meaning we are not allowed to penetrate the sides, the flat sides of their turret sideways, because fuck me, sideways. So yeah, not much else what we can do. We are slowly creeping up here. Because not only did we saw that artillery is back there, one of the sky piggies, and well, because of the mod right here, you could see this is 322 meters away. For the people which want to call me a cheating scrub lord, guys, this mod is in World of Tanks mod center, meaning it is approved by Wargaming. So yeah, what should I do else? Yes, it helps me personally to have a little bit of an overview of the map. Plus, again, hey, right now we can exactly see how far away a Type 5 Heavy is. So, as already said, at the moment, I wanted to get into another position. And this is pretty interesting. This object 268 over there is for me in the open field. But he got only spotted when he shot. Those are 300 meters away, by the way. He's 300 meters away on open field and just gets spotted when he shoots. Once again, guys, wheelie boys are not very good at spotting stationary targets. So yeah, I immediately turned back because obviously I don't want to drive further into the object 268, and you might have noticed this beautiful arc of one of the sky piggies of the enemy team. Most likely a Gunmakr gun carrier back there, and yeah, we didn't spot him, because that's how it is. We do not have good spotting capabilities, or rather we do not have good capabilities to spot enemies which are in cover, or rather behind foliage. AMX-13-105 decides to go for us. Our artillery tried to go for it, and we are lucky enough to be able to run away back into our lovely position down here. So yeah, right now we are still not able to spot the AMX-13-105. Only when he drives out of the corner and I'm all the way down here, we are able to spot him and try to get some shots onto him. And yeah, now we know the Gunmakr gun carrier is back there. Also, it's obvious that he's going to shoot at me because it's the platoon mate of the 13-105. Very critical set to me. He is almost reloaded, so we try to spot him once again to get some spot damage into AMX-13-105. We try to do a shot and he gets finished off by the E4, which is perfect. Now it will get interesting. I'm starting to run around here in some circles. Let's say it is 9:38. Okay, so I'm running around here a little bit in circles, and well, now it's 0:28. So I should not have been able to be spotted anymore. But we spot the enemy Gunmakr cancer carrier on 90 meters. We spot him on freaking 90 meters. And whoever tells me, but Raging, he probably has a camo net. You are not one of the smartest players around, because I'm very confident that high skill players which are playing artillery like this Sky Cancer gun carrier definitely will use vents, gun lane drive, and rammer. There we go. Those three things, because you want to be able to react to what is happening on the map, and you want to aim quicker, and you want to shoot faster. Anyway, I'm spotting him on 90 meters, and I'm pretty confident that at this point, while I was driving towards the Gunmakr gun carrier, I should not be able or shouldn't be spotted anymore. But we basically just died because we spotted the Conqueror gun carrier, and I'm pretty certain that the Conqueror gun carrier spotted me. And those two guys over there were easily just aimed at me for some reason I did not understand. And right now the replay is a little bit bugged out because I'm switching around. Yeah. Anyway, those two guys were able to were turned around already and hit perfectly their shots, meaning I lost all my HP and I am dead. I couldn't hope for any really bounce or miss right there. And yeah, nothing much else to say. It is really darn annoying that I died there because I tried to spot one of the most cancerous tanks in the game called artillery. Yeah, basically getting outspotted. But once again, it was a good example to show you if you want to outspot one of the wheelie boys, it's just camp in a corner or camp in a bush. We will get another example later on this map as well, but not this replay. Anyway, sadly enough, I'm going to speed it up a little bit because we are going to lose this game, which is a real darn pity. For some reason, the E3 and the 277 decided to let themselves get farmed while they stand in the open field. And yeah, there we go, the E3 just stands in the open field and now it gets fisted by the 268 and the Procede. And well, yeah. That's about it. There's not much else to say. The 277 goes for a duel with the Guerrilla 15, bounces the Guerrilla 15, and now, for some reason, drives out and gets killed by the Object 268, which is still camping. Game over, game lost. And we've got 6.62k spot damage, which is actually fantastic, and 700 damage dealt by ourselves. Sadly enough, it could have been better. I personally think I should have probably took a different approach, like instead of driving directly into the bush, drive around the bush, or try to drive around the tracks, the train tracks, and be able to probably be above the bushes to spot the Conqueror gun carrier. But it was a it was pretty annoying that I also got hit by both the 183 and the mouse right there. Mouse had gold loaded as well did the 183. I got lucky that it didn't got one-shotted by the 183, but then again, he hit me. It was a pretty bad game because we could have won this game if I didn't die like there. Nevertheless, almost 7k combined damage means that we, well, basically nullified what this atrocious game did to us. We gained around 0.3–0.4% in Gunmark. But right now, let's go to the next game. Next game is another tier 10 only game, and we are on one of the probably worst scouting map in the game, or one of the most atrocious tier 10 maps in the game. And this also is including mines. Fuck this map, it's way too small for tier 10 vehicles, and yeah. And to be honest, right now I decided to go on the hill, and in hindsight I think this is probably one of the worst decisions I've done in this game, because yeah, I think my strength would have been to go over here, or rather ping like hell and tell our TDs to aim over here and go into this bush, or if I feel especially ballsy, go over here and spot what is crossing. Not only could I spot what artillery piece is running around, I could also spot something like an FV, something like a Guerrilla 15, something like a 60 DP. Tanks which have weak armor, weak side armor, which can penetrate by RT even, well, not the 60 TP, but FV and Guerrilla 15. And one very, 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 very important mistake is here, like, look at that, guys. We have all the space to go somewhere. Where meanwhile, when we decide to YOLO up onto the hill, which I am doing right here, we are stuck basically. We are basically stuck. And our HE shell doesn't hit the Sheridan correctly, and we've gotta run. Well, that will be now really interesting, because I don't know what the 50B did, but he basically wanted to kill himself, because look at that. He saw 277, send X, IS-7. And he decides to drive out. Gets detracked and dies. So right now we lost already one of the most potent tier 10 Clipper tanks in my personal opinion, because it can go wherever it wants, and I'm stuck here. That's everything. I honestly can just go on really fast forward right here, because nothing is going to happen. I am stuck in this small, tiny little corner. That's it. I really hope that our 261 would try to shoot onto the hill, because when we have the hill, I can do supporting fire down there because of this bush right here, which allows me to even shoot unspotted, which is absolutely amazing, because this bush over here, this one over here, also acts as a camouflage for us. But nope, 261, I don't know if he didn't have the shots, even though from angle-wise he should have been able to hit, decides to go down here, and well, this was one of the neck-breaking parts of this game. So yeah, nothing else to say except for very critical being able to kill this guy. Now, I for a second start to ignore the lower part of the hill before getting the Centurion Action X, which was a really good call. But then I see those people down here, hence why I drove over here and tried to get some shots into the side. But unfortunately, don't forget, we have trash penetration. We're not going to penetrate some guys into the butts. So I got hit by artillery, or rather got splashed by artillery, which was lucky enough once, well, we've got penetrated. Now I have HE loaded. Why exactly? Because I was thinking I could probably squeeze one more shot off into the T-57 butt. But that didn't work out, hence why I have hash loaded right here, or HE. And we get the I-7 butt for 79 HP damage, which was pretty bad. I still have HE loaded because I was pretty confident that I should be able to finish this guy off. But yeah, forget about it, guys. Let's get snapshotted by the IS-7 with a PCR shell, so we are now almost a one-shot. Right now, I have to reload heat because 3 enemies are coming towards my way. But to be honest, we are pretty much screwed. As you can see, we are reloading heat shells, and we have to watch out. We are still stunned. Being stunned can be really bad. T-57 Heavy gets a shot off into us. I'm able to finish him off, and you know, it sucks moose balls when you get penetrated in the EBR for 1k damage, and then both of our artillery pieces missed the T-62A, making only like 150 damage and letting him survive the encounter. So right now, the only thing I can do is try to somehow outplay him, because we have an IS-7 behind us. That's the big deal. We can't do much at the moment. IS-7 is behind us. So the only thing which you can do right now is kill him. We have HE loaded, not HE Entschuldigung, excuse me. We have gold ammunition loaded, 240 millimeters of penetration with our heat shells. So let's see how it goes. Right, guys? Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes, and well, what the more you know, right, guys? Hitting lower plate and bouncing. Awesome sauce. Freaking love it. Yeah, we can't do much. We get rammed by him. He, for some reason, also misses his shot, but yeah. Overall, freaking bad call by me, and I think it is really, 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 really important to not go on the hill in the EBR, because you lose so much. Especially it was also bad by me to go on the hill, even though there's a Sheridan, which I have no point or no real good work to penetrate him. The other side, however, when we go on the other side, as far as I know, you are able to climb up here with the EBR, but the problem is, for some reason, I never get this side in the EBR, so I don't actually know if it works or not. But sadly enough, the game is going to turn into a lose, hence why I'm speeding everything a little bit up. 2 artillery pieces versus 2 artillery pieces, as well as 1 more final tank. Let's see how it goes. The 183 has 600 HP, the T-57 Heavy has 1k. That might be a problem, even though the 183 can kill him. Sadly enough, he kind of missed his mark, and the T-57 kills, very critical hit, leaving only the 261, excuse me, and the 183. And the 183 survives with 45 HP, but let's be honest, it's not going to last very long, because once again, artillery can just sit in a dumb bush, not move at all, and well, get spotted only when they shoot. Like right here. They get spotted when they shoot, and well, the 261 made a good call right there by finishing off the Bachatillon arty, but for some reason he drives out, even though he was still reloading. Like, bad stuff happens. Bad game for us, unfortunately, leaving us once again with 2,600 combined damage, meaning well, we basically lost again what we've got here. We're basically back down at 87.1%. Fun and engaging. Let's go to the next battle and see how it goes there. Next game being on the map Serene Coast, and once again tier 10 only. Luckily only one artillery piece, several TDs, and I go for this spot over there because that's the only thing I can do. I really have to watch out when I would drive around here because I have no chance to spot the T100 LT, which is by the way the best tier 10 medium tank in the game, which is kind of my saying at the moment. But yeah, we can't spot him when he is camping over here. Luckily enough, a lot of enemy peoples are driving down here, so we even spot the T100 LT, which for some reason didn't spot us, which I'm very, very, very happy about. And we even got a decent chunk of spotting damage, 1.1k on the 60 TP. But I decide to drive somewhere else, use this bush over here because I'm a little bit scared of the T100 LT. I have tremendous respect against T100 LTs because basically, as already said, they're the best medium tanks in the game on tier 10. Don't forget this tank has 90mm of upper front plate armor. It's a light. There's 180mm of turret armor. It's a light. That's kind of the funny thing about it. Yeah. And then I decided to go into this bush in the hopes that I might spot another heavy or medium tank which is driving over there. I was able to spot the 60 T100 LT while I drive away, but there's not much else we can do. We even spotted a little bit the E4, so that's it. That's for that basically. And nothing else to say. Right now, I try to YOLO a little bit around here to maybe get some spotting damage onto these guys over there, maybe spot the E4 a little bit more. What can you do at the moment? So yeah, right now I see though an opportunity to shoot on the T100 LT, and we even get a nice side shot for 420 damage plus spotting. So right now, this spot right here allows me to spot where the T100 LT is going, and also you can see I immediately turn around because I'm pretty confident that this little idiot over there wants to YOLO us, because that's what T100 LTs tend to do in my personal experience. So right now we're still trying to spot some people, and we basically just saw that this flank over here, oops, that is not what I wanted, has fallen. We can't do much, but we can use this bush over here and this bush over here, or rather tree, when we felt like the lumbers we are. There we go, we are even backside in, and now we are going to try to spot those people when they are crossing and maybe get some nice arty shots like there. By the way, please note that this bush or this tree which has fallen over right there prevents us of spotting the IS-7 in some seconds, even though the IS-7 just shot. Just as a little thing. There you go, guys. It's a magic trick. It's a World of Tanks camouflage magic trick. People right there can get some fucking trees, yeah. He basically just vanishes for us. We can't do much right there. We got a lot of spotting damage onto the WZ, hence why this position is actually pretty decent when you have some base campers over there and artillery support to kind of delay the push the enemy is going to do. The big problem for us at the moment is though still the T100 LT, which is full HP, even though he was spotted so often already, and we're the only ones so far which were able to shoot at him. So yeah, now we have to run. We were not spotted when he peaked, even though we were in the bush at 75 meters. Awesome shot onto the IS-7, even burning him for 600 HP with an artillery piece. Yeah, we've got a big troubles over here because the T100 LT is doing what T100 LT does best, YOLOing like an idiot, and we sadly missed our first shot onto him. Second one penetrates, no high rolls, so yeah, if you would have hit our first shot, very critical, might have survived. Yeah, we have no chance penetrating the lower plate of the IS-7 with APCRs, with standard ammunition. With gold, we might have, but with normal shells, forget about it. It's not possible. Because 190mm of penetration is basically just fair and balanced. Yeah, here I just tried to get the T100 LT, which is kind enough to show us his upper front plate, meaning we are able to finish him off with a nice juicy heat shell through it. So, and suddenly there is a Centurion Action X, and I decide to do a little jump and lucky shot. Finally it hit and penetrated the Action X without us gaining any damage in return. Now I'm reloading HE because I saw FV, DVP, as well as E4. Those tanks are all able to be penetrated by our tank. And the WZ, let's be honest, 22 HP into the side, that shouldn't be a big deal. Now we try to do some flanking maneuvers, which those tanks excel at. Those tanks, when the game suddenly calmed down a little bit and there are less tanks around, especially on such bigger maps, you can do awesome stuff. You can drive around, you can go flanking and get some shots into the side, except when you're as unlucky as I am and completely miss your target. There we spot a little sky piggy. We have 500 alpha, by the way, with HE, just so you know. And we are not able to finish off the Battalion 155, 58. Nevertheless, the second shot is able to finish him off, and now we are a little bit in a pickle, because Jagdpanzer 100 is pretty darn menacing. I don't know, this HE shot dealt so little damage. I have HE still loaded and try to think about going for the Badger, but no. No, 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 no. Hence why I decided to run away back again and reload some HEATs to maybe get a shot into the side of the Jagdpanzer 100, which sadly didn't work. And so did the shot onto the Battalion. And now we have to watch out for the Jagdpanzer 100, which hits us for 1100 damage. Nevertheless, the enemies are basically gone. We can mop up the floor with the enemies. And yeah, for some reason the FE was either not reloaded or didn't want to take any chances. Hence why he didn't shot and finishes off the Batchat. We get one more shot into his juicy turret, which is now finally a high roll. I hope that this guy wouldn't high roll him, but sadly he did. And we leave the game with a comfortable 6.9k combined damage, which, well, negates what this game did to us, and we are back at 87.3% roughly. Really good game. I think I played it more or less good. The only things which I could have done better is the aiming on the T100 LT, and, well, some shots basically just fucked me hard. I guess the FV shot, which I tried to do while sniping, was a little bit of a return for how I hit the Centurion Action X. Next game, pretty interesting. Once again, a tier 10 only game against the no pass platoon with 2 FVs and 1 EBR. So this, well, this just rings my alarm bells. I am not going to contest this position. Not only do I not know where the FVs will be, I also am pretty confident that at this point the EBR will most likely also go over there, and I do not want to go into a clash, because at the moment my mindset is that whatever it takes, RNG is going to fuck me hard. I cannot rely on luck, period. I think this is the mindset you need to have when you want to try to gunmark or free mark a tank, in my personal opinion. Especially a tank which is really hard as the EBR 105 is. Yes. Hence why my mindset at the moment is I do not want to get into encounters with an enemy EBR, because how I know my luck, he will hit me for easily 500 damage with HE while I'll bounce him onto his tracks for some reason which is deep down in the wargaming servers. Hence why I want to go over here and try to spot the enemy TDs driving into the enemy TDs, obviously driving into their base, as well as spotting their heavies. And oh, who would have guessed, the enemy EBR actually had the same idea. And look at how lovely this shot right there is. I am absolutely happy how, I know it's a replay, so that's probably why it's so bugged up, but there we have his shot, by the way, but we still already got hit. And we sadly cannot really see where he hit. We can go slightly forward in our replay. Is it maybe underneath our tank? Oh yeah, it actually hit us underneath our tank during the jump. What did I just tell you about getting butt fucked by RNG? Yeah, that's the perfect example right there. You could have guessed that I was not really happy about that on stream. So yeah, not much else to say for me except that I'm now going to drive away because I didn't want to get into this encounter in the first place. I sadly had the same idea as I did. So yeah, right now I decide, you know what? Fuck you, dude. Fuck you with your dumb freaking RNG luck. So we go into this forest. Because interesting enough, nothing was spotted already in the forest. Hence why we decide to drive up here and maybe spot something. But we didn't. Hence why we drive a little bit more aggressive. And we, for some reason, spot over here the 705, which is over there. Pretty interesting, but I'm not going to complain. 831 spot damage, I'll take it. And now I'm even driving a little bit more aggressive. Because my guess is the EBR, his stats show he's not dumb. Like, I do think that if he has a smidget of brain left after that shot, which definitely didn't show it, Kappa, that he's probably going to camp in one of those bushes. Maybe this one. Maybe this one over here. Who knows? Or maybe he's going to take a defensive position in one of those bushes. I personally all used those bushes so far in other games. Hence why I immediately want to now try to go around here, because I didn't spotted anything over here so far. Meaning they're either in the bushes doing the campy, or they're back here. And when they are back here, oops. Our snippy guys, our sniper schnitzels, should have no problems finishing them off. Hence why you will see me in the frame right over here. Yeah, EBR gets spotted. Luckily he didn't spot us. He got a shot in, which is nifty. I like to see that. There he goes. He spots us, but we have the edge over him. To be honest, right now I just have to say it was pretty bad played by him. What does he want to achieve? And when you're going, now you might say about Raging, EBRs are fast, so they should drive and spot on the move, be active scouts. Guys, that's not the fucking case. Because on tier 10, many tier 10 medium tanks have APCR as standard. And what does APCR do? It's fast. Meaning it's pretty easy to hit the EBR 105. Also don't forget, EBR 105 is bigger than the EBR 90 because the turret had to be enlarged for that 105mm gun. So yeah, it makes it easier to hit this tank. It would have been much better to use his camouflage to maybe try to sneak into one of those bushes where I would have had a hard time spotting him, or maybe sneak into one of those bushes over there when I would try to go over here and get spotted by them and then get screwed over. But he made a bad move and luckily our FV hit him, finishing him off. So now, basically for me, this game is awesome now. Because right now, we know what we can do. We can try a little bit to go aggressive, spot some people, which we do right here. But, and this is important, guys, I cannot drive in there. I cannot drive into here quite easily because fuck camouflage in this goddamn game when bushes are involved since 1.0. 1.0, almost every single bush gives you 50% camo, and you will see I'm not able to spot a Jack Panzer even 100, which is in those bushes 300 meters away. Except when he shoots. And you can see I'm not spotting anything anymore, hence why I decide to say, you know what, fuck this, and I want to drive over here. So I have probably a little bit of a better angle down onto those campers, and maybe be able to spot above their bushes and maybe hit something like a, what's it called, one of their spot checkpoints, which are not covered by any foliage. But unlucky as this is, an FV gets spotted by us as well as the E50M, and the E50M gets penetrated for 1900, but the FV pays for his life. We sadly only got half the spot damage for that. And now we are doing what we can do best, is trying to do a little bit of loop-de-loops over here, try to spot what is over there, what is over here, and let our artillery play. And now it will be interesting. It will be really, really, really interesting. We have to watch out how we drive because there's still a lot of campers. And I'm pretty confident that the E3 will one-shot me for some obscure reason. And there's still a Jackpan 700 there. Did you see it? In the bushes, gets spotted when he's 290 meters away when he shoots. Even though it's a huge butt of a tank. Just so you know, guys, again, being in a bush helps you immensely. I'm pretty confident in saying that this guy even outspotted me because he was in a bush. We got lucky enough that he actually didn't hit us. There we go. We got spotted, most certainly by him. Yeah, nothing much else to say. But now, luckily, I know where the Jackpan 700 is, meaning we can play a little bit more carefully. I try to spot anything which is here, but it's not possible because those bushes over there are in the way. I have HE loaded at the moment, hence why I did shot at the Jackpan 700, but went for the prosciutto. We didn't got spotted in return, and now we are using this bush over here, and I got a little bit scared because I wasn't sure if we or the even 100 are going to spot me. Nevertheless, we spotted a Gorilla 15. Now we know where this guy is doing his camp routine. Sadly, none of our teams shot at him, meaning we got nothing out of it so far. Now the enemy TDs are driving, or enemy heavies, excuse me, are trying to push away those people, and this can be pretty dangerous. Also, I'm in this bush. And the FV is 150 meters away, and he can go up to 93 meters without spotting me, which is awesome in that kind of sense. But now, even 100 drove out there, and we gotta run, boy. We got another 830 spot damage, luckily, onto the Stritzwagen before he got unspotted again, which is awesome. But again, guys, we just have to run at the moment to not get spotted or screwed over by those people over there. Hence why I tried to do a little bit of a loop-de-loop over there. Actually spotted some people, but then again, guys, this was incredibly risky. Because Stritzwagen is over there, and Gorilla 15 is over there. Gorilla 15 can one-shot me as well, and Stritzwagen can make me a one-shot. Luckily enough, we got some spot damage though out of it, but it was marginal. It was nothing at all, to be honest. So yeah, we try to drive around once more a little bit, do what we have to do to get some more, squeeze out more spot damage, like over there. Gorilla 15, FV, and one 3B. Little old Striffwagen. So, there we see a nice shot into the FV, which sadly didn't hit. I'm trying to play more aggressively, but God forbidden those bushes do not allow it for me, because Stritzwagen not getting spotted, Gorilla 15 not getting spotted, E3 nor Prosciutto getting spotted, and well, now Gorilla 15 got spotted, but it wasn't by us, so we didn't got a lot of damage out of it. We hit him though for 500, and there we go. What did I tell you guys? I am almost a one-shot for the E3, and he basically just let us live with 12 HP. Lucky us, and the artillery actually misses, so we are a lucky RagingRaptor over there. Tried to go for the FV, didn't really work out. We got some more spot damage onto the FV, and now only one last tank is left, and the little Sky Piggy. And we finish this game. Awesome sauce. It was actually a pretty darn good game, to be honest, even though I could have done more spot damage, I think. But it again, when you want to gunmark a tank, you have to play so incredible alert and defensive, I guess is a good word. 5.7k spot damage, 1.2k damage dealt by myself, meaning right now we basically just also made this game vanish. So we are back at around 87.7% at that given point. Huzzah! Let's go to the next game and see how it goes there. Isn't it awesome, guys? It's Himmelsdorf. I just want to note, all the games we've played in this session, which are around 14 games, none were Malinovka, nor Prokhorovka, nor even El Haluf. We get Pimmelsdorf though. What can you do? The only thing I can do is try to mitigate as much of damage we can do to our Gunmark. We were able to spot enemy clicker picky. We spotted the 50B, but it doesn't help us. And we spotted an FV, and whoa, we just did a little cartwheel over there. But yeah, basically, Himmelsdorf is a death sentence for us. Like, the only thing we can try to do on Himmelsdorf is to do damage, period. When there are tier 10 tanks around, we can't go for damage, for spot damage. It's not possible, because everybody has enough view range anyway. In hindsight, though, I do think it would have been a good idea to drive onto the hill. But then again, it's really risky. 13105 has around 1200 clip potential, meaning he makes us a one-shot for everything. He decapitated us, or he would decapitate us. Cripple us to one-shot territory, maybe even able to one or fully clip us when he gets a burn onto us or two high rolls. So it's incredibly risky to go alone onto the hill. Plus, we shouldn't forget, we probably can't even penetrate him with HE, because he has those huge side skirts. So right now, the only thing I'm doing a little bit is get some side shots in. There's not much else to do. I should probably have gone a little bit earlier onto the hill, but then again, it's so risky to go onto the hill at this point in the game. I try to still do some spot damage over here, but to be honest, I just want to skip over this battle because there's nothing to learn. Like, the only thing, again, which I could have said is go onto the hill and try to do stuff over there. Maybe go down here and try to do flanking without getting screwed over by those people. Now I'm driving over here, try to maybe get some shots into those sides, get spotted by the 50B, being able to dodge the shot, running away, trying to get some shots up there, but it's impossible because there's this wall. So yeah, there's nothing much else to say. The only thing, if we drive a little bit forward, are now in a little pickle over here, getting spotted by an FV. He gets in one-shot territory, we finish him off, whoop-de-freaking-do. We even get a kill on the D50, which tried to cross over there. And now we once again have to look what the Brochetto is doing, and he drives right into the face of the Jack Panzer 100. Now 60 DP is going over there, we drive back into cover, and now let him drive towards the Jack Panzer 100 in the hope that he's not going to get one-shotted. There he is, we get a shot into the side. I tried to detrack him, which sadly didn't work, but then we got lucky over there because Object 268 missed us. Right now we have HE loaded because I was pretty confident I should be able to penetrate the butt of the 60 DP, but it's not working. So yeah, I went for a detrack with the HE, Jack Panzer 100 finished him off, and now what should we do? Now I think it was at the time to go onto the hill. It's a lonely Object 268, and we've got cover by our artillery before the game is actually lost, which is already. I hit the tracks with HEAT, meaning we are not going to penetrate it, and now it's just a guessing game. It's a 50-50 chance, basically. I tried to bait a shot with a wheel, it didn't really work. Yeah, I can forget about it to try and go for a circling because he has the wall here. We are really unfortunate over here. Not only did our dearest friend very critical miss, we also did a pretty darn low roll. We did around 330 damage, 220 he did with artillery, so we screwed up over there. We tried once again a shot into the scupola, which sadly misses, and once again we are in a little guessing game where he's going to go. We get shot at by the artillery. We are now at around 500 HP. We were lucky enough to finish him off with a snapshot, even though we were still in stun mode. So now, yeah, what can you do? We are right now just YOLOing down over here, trying to do what we can do. I'm speeding up a little bit. We didn't get spotted by the Type 5 Heavy, which is impressive. But now, guys, it will be really funny because we get spotted by the Clicker Picky, which is over there. And now he knows where we are, so we basically just have to face him and hope that he's not going to hit us. We did a nice little dodge over there. We bounced him because heat again, especially against those plates, are pretty bad. Jack Panzer 100 got spotted as well, which is full HP, so yeah, I'm not going to win this game. Again, the only thing I can do in this game is try to mitigate as much damage as possible I'm doing to my Gunmark. And sadly enough, the game is going to end with this Type 5 heavy, not even aiming, just doing a nice little snapshot and finishing us off. Well, that was it. Fun and engaging game. 2.8k combined damage means what we've did in this game is once again lost because of Himmelsdorf. God diggly damn. God diggly damn. Next up, once again, it's Studzianki, which I already told you. And we are playing a little bit of a butterfly game right here. We are flying. Hooray! Isn't that cool? No, it is once again a tier 10 only game. 3 scouts in the enemy team, and it's 313 105. Still better than being the best tier 10 medium in the game, which would be the T100 LT. 3 artilleries, though, could lead to a lot of spotting damage for us. And what is RagingRaptor going to do? Exactly, we are going to fly towards the position I already told you about. This one over there. And we even spotted the Batchatillion and we got spotted ourselves. Meaning we've got to go immediately back into cover because it's super darn risky. Right now we are just cruising around trying to spot the Batchat, which is running away. Nice for us, I guess. Now we try to spot what is going up here as well. And, well, we just proxy spotted an AMX 3105. Which is standing in the open field and no one bats an eye to shoot at him. Not even 100, even trying to do a snapshot or something. So pretty darn risky for us. Luckily to see he is running away and oh gosh, there's the Batchat. We got pretty lucky to penetrate him in the lower plate, but it was such a low damage roll, 410 damage, that it was negligible. Batchat did hit our wheel, luckily, without doing any significant damage, so yay, at least we got a little bit of, what should we say, revenge. We even detracked the Batchat and he was stood on the open field, but no one wanted to shoot at him except for our artillery, which sadly missed. Batchatillion of our team went for the kill, but again, he is just real lucky. Once he misses, makes a low roll, gets to high roll the Batchat, and I have to finish him off. Not much else to say right now. We're just cruising around, and whoa! Well, I guess he was spotted, but what? Panzerkampfwagen 7 killed him. Where the hell is this Panzerkampfwagen 7? Where the hell is he? Like, I do get that you have the Jack Tiger gun on the heavy with less penetration, but you shouldn't snipe and you should get spotted when you snipe, at least. Now it will be really interesting. I already told you that I'm pretty confident to drive around those heavies at 300 meters without getting spotted onto the open field. Because, as already said, 520 meters is needed to spot me at 320, roughly. Not entirely sure though. I might need to do exact tests for that. Now it will get really interesting. And did you remember what I told you about how freaking annoying it is to fight against campers in EBR? 230 meters. I don't know if he's playing with Camonet. I know it's a dick move to say, but stats-wise, I'd guess he would. But 230 meters, and you can look at his gun. He should immediately turn towards us, because he spotted us as well. So basically, we had to drive as close as possible. We got spotted ourselves. And now we have to run around in circles, try to keep him spotted. While, yeah, 220 meters, guys. 220 meters are needed for me to spot this guy while he is standing in a bush. You don't understand how frustrating this actually is. It's incredibly frustrating. Because that's a heavy tank. That's a big ass mofo of a tank. So yeah, with him out of the way, I decided to drive a little bit more aggressively over there. I even saw an artillery shot, and we even spotted T-92, which was cool, I guess. He gets shot up by the M48 Patton, and we decide to jump over, miss our shot, and he gets finished off, and we were able to, well, dodge a shot as well. But then this move right here is absolutely dumb by me, because I was still spotted. To be honest, I was thinking that the 13105 was driving somewhere else, probably camping behind here. I don't know what he's done so far, basically. Just camping like an idiot over here, probably sniping what is over here. That was my train of thought. Hence why I drive pretty well over the top aggressive over here. And why can I actually... this is frustrating. There we go. Zoom. Hence why I immediately drove over here, and that was a ridiculous dumb move. I should have gone back over there, waited 10 seconds till I'm not spotted anymore, so I actually know when I get spotted or not. Because right now, I'm driving around, I'm pretty confident that I'm not spotted anymore. That's what I'm doing right here. So I don't really spot anything. I'm now reloading HE, and I drive through those bushes, and... yeah, we get penetrated by HE by Object 268 version 4, which is camping in the lowest possible or furthest possible corner in the back. Guys, I have to be honest, I was impressively tilted in that game. It wasn't a particular bad game, stats-wise, but I definitely could have done so much more. This was a dumb move. It got amplified, or my anger got amplified. Not only that the Panzerkampfwagen 7 was camping like a freaking idiot, but also the Object 268 version 4. And he snipes with his 0.4 damage accuracy gun. Bravo, dude. Well fucking played. I'm actually a little bit insulted that his also name is Raptor. Just saying. Because literally, this could be a guy which wanted to get the Object 268 version 4 buff, because he's too actually retarded to use it. Yeah. But another big thing is, or a big problem is, I didn't know that the 13105 was camping still in the base. And now, unlucky as we are, nobody is able to shoot at him, and he just stays on the open field. And I was so aggravated already that I made a really dumb move over there, and I turned into the house, which could have saved me. And I destroyed. You could see I tried to slow down, didn't work. We were lucky enough to get one final shot off. But it's actually really sad to think about the 3105 being able to stand around there 5 seconds spotted without anybody trying to shoot at him, like our 3105. And it's really frustrating to know that basically my move over there lost us the game. Especially knowing that the 268 version 4 was camping back there like a freaking idiot. Again, this game legitimately tilted me. Like, it tilted me good time because of this camping scrub lord. Or camping scrub lord, because we're talking about 3 people. 3105, Panzerkampfwagen 7, and the 268 version 4. But then again, you can see only our 3 artists are left. We are not going to win this game. It's over, Anakin. Those freaking idiots had the high ground, and we've lost the game once again. We just retained our Gunmark. 4,400 combined damage means that at the moment at 87.5% Gunmark, we're going to keep it. We're not going to raise or lower our Gunmark. It just keeps where it is. So, in a sense, it's good that we didn't lost any percentage, but it's infuriating that we didn't gained anything on this map, because again, of this 13105, basically just wanky, as well as the Object 268, which is more wanky in the background. Again, guys, this game tilted me like balls. And the next game won't be any better. The next game we are going to look at is also a pretty hard tilter. After last game, after the game on Strudzianki, we are in a 357 game. We are finally top tier, and well, we are against the best tier 10 medium tank in the game. And I'm not talking about the Centurion Action X. I'm talking about the T100 LT. To be honest, I think at this given time, not only I was already quite on tilt, which I think is understandable after last game. And that's why I didn't decide to go into the middle, because I saw, yeah, look at that, T100 LT, screw that shit tank, EBR 90, Bachatillon and ELC even 90. So going in here could lead to big troubles. Not only can the enemies do easy, well, how should I say, snipe shots or blind shots into here, but also as soon as somebody is trying to go aggressive because for some reason somebody pooped in their brain casing, I get spotted and probably going to die. Hence why I try to go for a little bit more aggressive approach, which sounds counterproductive, and driving into the city and immediately use this city as a little bit of cover. And oh, who would have guessed we spot the best tier 10 medium tank in the game. And in hindsight, I might think it would be better to would have gone over there. Not only would I have got very critical, a lot less into trouble, but yeah. Unlucky, it was a really bad spotting round for us. We not only got spotted by the T1 LT, we didn't got anything out of it. And oh, look at that. Make a guess what is going to happen. Does RagingRaptor hit or does the enemy EBR hit? Basically, the last possible corner, he hits me for a high roll with AP. Oh god, guys, I can assure you that at the given time my tilt level was rising. Especially as Mr. EBR gets a shot by me into his side with HE, with heat shells, and well, we just hit one of his wheels, which it looks like was even his middle wheel apparently, without doing any damage to him. Yes, guys, I got really tilted by that. Yeah. And not a single guy of our team hits him, where meanwhile I get sniped and sniped and sniped even. We got some spot damage on T32, which was nice, but to be honest, I just want to forget about this game. It was freaking atrocious. Like, there's nothing else to say. We can basically just skip about it. We lose the valley, which is really unfortunate. Again, very critical, basically YOLO'd into the middle. We miss more shots on the EBR. He does what no one should be able to do, to get alive out there so deep. I don't know. I'm probably too stupid to do this correctly. He isn't for some reason, but yeah. Nothing else to say about me getting really tilted at that given point in time. I tried to go a little bit more into the city, but then again I can't do much because our Type 5 Heavy decides to be what we all love to call them, frontline RTs, but actually sniping like an idiot. We hit the EBR for another non-penetrating hit, this time with HE, another one, till he finally succumbs to his injury and to his stupidity. But again, there is not much else to say, to be honest. There's like nothing else to say. We tried to make a shot onto Centurion Action X, we tried to do a shot onto the ELC even. Luckily, we missed the ELC even, and our Jack Panther friend over here, which has most likely a more inaccurate gun, hits him, so yeah. This game was all stacked against our favor. We were the only thing which was a redeeming feature, we were able to penetrate this guy into his side for 530. That's it. That was the only redeeming feature of this game. We go down with no flame at all. We lose by a huge shot. And, well, awesome game, guys. Awesome game. 1,700 combined damage. So, yeah. After this game, not only did I lost anything I've worked hard for, we started at 87.7%. We fell down with this game to 87.1. We've basically lost anything we've worked so hard for, which we've worked in this game for, and this one, yeah, we've lost. I got tilted, I quit the stream, I went out of Platoon, I said I'm sorry, I can't take it anymore, I was really tilted, yet I still play 2 more games. Was it a good idea or not? So, what do you guess after this atrocious games? Those 3 really bad games. What map do we get? You see it, it's Ruinberg, and I want to put a bullet up my head at the given time. Not only was I really pretty much on tilt at the moment, but then Wargaming thinks it's a funny joke. It isn't April Fool's Day yet. But it's a funny joke, apparently, to give me another city map, which I want to fucking punch somebody. Nevertheless, Ruinberg is actually one of those maps where you can do stuff as a light tank, especially in the EBR. And no, guys, it's not YOLOing into here. Not only do we have problems steering in there, it's suicidal. It can yield a good damage game, but then again, it's suicidal. How I know my luck at that given point. Some random T100 light tank, the best tier 10 tank in the game, a medium tier 10 tank in the game, is going to YOLO behind me and have no chances in penetrating because herp 90 millimeters of upper front plate armor with on a light tank. Yeah. You might also ask yourself, but Raging, why exactly are you not driving like this and spot what is driving over there? Dear viewer, quite frankly, it's impressively simple. Why should I? And now you're asking, well, you want to spot them, right? No. There is no sky piggy in any of the teams, in any team. Meaning, I won't get any damage when I spot somebody back there. None. Nada. Niente. Nothing. And I won't spot an enemy sky piggy, which would be a high priority target for me to kill. Hence why I say, you know what, screw that. I take a different approach and go from here to the middle. I'm not spotting the 50B, that was the 30B as far as I remember. And try to stay into those bushes, which works pretty darn good, except for the T100LT, which is now going to spot me as well on 66 meters. At least that's what it looked like, and I think I'm pretty certain, because right now we are at 7.7 seconds and 6 Stance needs 3 seconds to proc, meaning, yeah, we were spotted when we spot him. And then again, it's a pretty good example for you to see that I have to get so close to an enemy scout, basically proxy spotting him, and he spots me as well. I got lucky that we also have bushes over here, but again, it's a good example for you to see when you are a normal scout against an EBR, take a decent position where you can stand in a bush, and he is shit out of luck. We were lucky enough to get a shot off with heat, and it actually penetrated. Lucky us. We still have heat loaded, and now we use our better mobility or our superior mobility to be able to get into a decent spot to actually get one more shot off into the W set, which is awesome. 424 damage. I'll take it. Sadly, I should have probably gone around here maybe. I'm not entirely sure, but we've got a shot back by the T100LT, which was also pretty ouchy. Nevertheless, now we can see we drove over here and now we're driving backwards into the bushes, because backwards we only have 70 km speed. Forward we have 95. So yeah, guess where I try to go. Yeah. We spot a 50B. And now look what is going to happen. Look at that beauty. 421, 410, 439, 620 and... Ah, 210 spot damage. 2,100 spot damage. Honestly, Ruinberg is actually not too bad for spotting. When your team has this position over there, you can spot from here. When the enemy team has those positions over there, you can drive over here in this little bush over here, this one, spot down there, and should be able to spot what is driving around there. If your team does not have the middle, but has the top over here, you can still stand in a bush like here and spot what is all around there. And you get spot damage. It's actually pretty surprising how often I get decent spotting games on Ruinberg. It's pretty underrated, because right now I'm still in this bush, which is very important to notice because, yeah, we are able to outspot the T100LT. You see, he can't spot us on 70 meters. And right now, we are the one camping. We are doing what we should do to counter one of those pesky little wheelies. We even got a nice shot into the Gorilla 15. Sadly, it was heat. Sadly, it was a wasted shot, if you want to say it like that. But again, I have high priority targets like the T100LT, which need heat to be penetrated, in my personal opinion. Now the little T100LT is maybe driving away. He still gets spotted by us when he is trying to spot over there, which is awesome sauce because now he's stuck over there. And you can see I'm getting a little bit greedy. I'm driving around, I'm searching for an opportunity to maybe try to spot him, and that's what I'm doing right now. I'm making a spotting round, get the bat shot open, and immediately duck back into cover. Because we still saw on the minimap the FV4005. So we need to be really, really careful about that. The Batchat is driving away, and we didn't got a kill on the Gorilla 15. We didn't even got spot damage, but it doesn't matter. We immediately go back into cover as we saw how the T100LT is YOLOing for us, but nice snaps from our team in the middle, basically finishing him off. Now we need to know where the T62A is. We know now, and now we can play a little bit more aggressive, and lucky us guys, we were not spotted. It was the 30B. He shot for the 30B, but now he got spotted because he shot at the 30B. And if my eyesight is not mistaken, it's 294 meters. There we go. Yeah. He stands in a bush, he's a huge house, doesn't get spotted except when he shoots. Really important. It sounds actually so freaking dumb, but when you play a wheeled vehicle, or a scout in general, you actually need to have an ally which is baiting the shots, because you can't. You genuinely can't bait the shots with you moving around. It's suicidal, because chances are to get hit are pretty darn high. But now we know where the FV is. We actually quickly take a short break on the brake pads and give him a nice little shot, and now we are proxy spotting him. And we also have a look at the Batchat over there, which we get an awesome shot in. And this is just a double whammy for me. Not only do I got damage onto the Batchat, I'm also spotting the FV, meaning we could in theory get some more spot damage. I tried to do a snapshot, didn't work out. Nevertheless, 179 spot damage. I'll take it. I honestly take it after the atrocious battle before. So here we are. 3,600 damage spotted on freaking Ruinberg with 2,100 damage dealt by myself. 5.7k combined damage. That's nice. We are back at 87.3% around, roughly, at that given time. And now to the last game, which makes or breaks today. I want to go back to 87.7%. I think I'm actually a little bit higher, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not entirely sure. I think this game actually pushed me a little bit higher, around 80. I'm not sure anymore, to be honest. But next game, you will see. You will see. 357 only game. Redshire, which is an awesome map, by the way, for wheeled vehicles. And we even got the good side. It's an encounter battle, which is not big of a deal. But my god, this game can go awesome. Enemy has once again the best tier 10 medium tank in the game, so it might be a little bit hard depending where he's going. It's a little bit harder for me to know where he's going on this side, because like when he would have spawned on my side, he would go into this bush, period. And it's super easy to outplay them when you have somewhat competent teammates which are camping over there. It's also for me as a scout pretty hard to spot who is over here, because I have to go deep. I have to go very deep, meaning I have basically to drive like this and expose myself to them, obviously, and what is behind here. And we do know that we have a lot of snipers back there. So I decide to go over here, because look at that. It's a little bushy, a nice little bush. And okay. Our first peek was not really good, as you could see, but we didn't spot anything either. What's going on? What's going on at the moment? Wargaming, where are the enemies? Oh, there they are. Oh, 4 people. Neat. So you can see I'm starting to turn around, get into a decent position, and yeah. RD is up for the task. I actually didn't have to ask, and they went for those 2 people, which is fantastic for me. And now you might ask yourself, but Raging, why did you just shot right there? Why do you expose your position? First of all, I see potential in that game. It's a 357 game. I can't do anything through spotting because there is just a lack of HP around. Yes, it is easier to spot for me because not everybody has 445 meters of view range and more, but there's a lack of HP around. Plus, it's Redshire. It's decent for scouting, but it's not a Malinavka or a Prokhorovka. Hence why I shot. Point numero dos. Look at how easy it is for me to get back into cover. Not only do I have this bush, which gives me camouflage, meaning they don't know I am in here at the given time before I shoot. I am backwards in that bush, and I immediately drive back. I immediately say, sayonara, I am out of here. I have the whole hill, the whole ridge as hard cover, trying to defend me against incoming shells from those people over there. The only thing, when I drive down over here, which could hit me, is obviously sky piggies, and when somebody is camping over here. But then again, if the person which is camping over here would shoot at me, it would be a pretty dangerous choice for him, because we do have campers over here. We do have campers over there. Hence why I took the shot, and yeah, obviously I get spotted. That's a fact. But then again, it is for artillery hard to hit me on a hill like this. So again, I feel pretty confident to do this even again. Try to spot 4-hour artillery. And now, what is RagingRaptor doing? Guys, we are using 15-meter rule. Those guys should not be able to spot me because, well, the ridge is in the way. And the Jagdpanzer 100 should not be able to spot us because this bush is not translucent, meaning it doesn't go away when we shoot, meaning no middle finger from Pro Mod Maker for us at the moment. And now I'm so fucking happy, like, oh my days. The FV183 made an awesome shot onto the E75, making a double tap, and he's out of the game. And we are already up to 1k damage and 2.6k damage spotted. Now, well, the email is showing us his side. We could in theory penetrate him with heat, but it's a little bit risky because of the tracks, hence why I went for HE. Another nice shot by the 183, and we get a third of the spot damage. I take it. I don't give a shite at the moment. I'll take it. I'll take it any day over nothing. So now we spot the T-55A, and please note, but then again, we can't spot what is down here. What is camping down here? We don't know. We didn't even saw what is going there, which is a little bit bad by me to say. But then again, I told you I do not want to drive too aggressive over there. And there's a Jagdpanzer 100 back there, and you will see later that there is also another TD over here. And oh, there we go. The more you know, T100LT is over there. He would be the only tank which is able to shoot at me, as is artillery. Nevertheless, there we have it. Rheinmetall, he could shoot at me as well when I decide to do this move. And look at that, 600 spot damage onto the T-55A, and oh, there we go. We suddenly spotted the Panther 2. It's kind of weird. Seriously, those bushes are kind of weird. He is finished off though. We didn't got any spotting damage from that, unfortunately. But now let's see what we can do. There the T100LT is coming, and well, he's doing what any normal T100LT is doing, just YOLOing me for the heck of it. We have now HE loaded. I am feeling confident as hell. We even penetrate him beautifully in his dumb little pancake butt. And we are driving once again back. He actually misses us. Our RNG is actually looking down onto us, and he has a smile on his face. Another HE shot onto his side, finish him off. We are wiggling around, not hoping to get hit by the Jagdpanzer 100. And it's a 14-1 Rufflestomp with only the Rheinmetall Borsig Waffenträger still alive. Or Borsig Waffenträger, if you want to have the German pronunciation. So, not much else to do. I'm feeling confident. I got one shot. He could in theory one-shot me when he has the big gun. Which, well, have a look at it. He actually does. He has the big gun. he could one-shot me when he hits me and burns me. He could one-shot me with HE, because I'm around 970 HP, if I'm not mistaken. But we just go for it. We don't give a damn. He misses his shot. We hit him for 464 with HE. Artillery gives us 600 splash. And can we get a ram? Can we get a ram? Sadly enough, we get damage, but we didn't get the kill. The E50 stole it before. But guys, I'm pretty happy about that guy. I'm pretty happy about that game. 6.4k spot damage, 3.9k damage dealt myself, 10.3k combined damage, and now we are at 88.8%. Probably a number a lot of German viewers would like. Jokes aside, 88.8%. That's it, where we're standing. That's the last game I have for you today, guys. You can see that's the last game I've played for so far. I didn't play anything yesterday. I did this video in German. It took me a lot of time. So yeah, 88.8%. Let me know what I can do better. Let me know in the comment section below what you like about it, what you dislike about it. Those were a lot of games, and I promise you guys that next time it will be only like 4 games. And again, I'm going to go through them at speed. I do hope that you were able to learn a little bit out of it. I do hope it was entertaining to watch. And as always, thank you so much for your attention. Thank you so much for your support. Leave a like, leave a comment, leave a sub. And I'll talk to you all later on another video. Bye bye.